Hello, I am Dr. Pachipala, who is board certified in internal medicine, oncology, and hematology. In today's world, there is abundance of food, particularly unhealthy options, which contributes to obesity. Historically, there were periods of feasting and fasting in different religions and cultures developed to promote health, spiritual cleansing, and spiritual discipline. Today, it often seems like there's only feasting and no fasting at all. In a previous video, we discussed the health benefits of intermittent fasting for 12 to 16 hours. Now we will delve into the advantages of fasting for up to 24 hours and beyond, a practice often referred to as extended fasting. When we fast, our body uses fuel stored in the body. For an average man weighing 75 kilos, let us look at the storage form of fuel. How many calories do we store? There is a circulating fuel in the blood, predominantly glucose, worth 115 calories that will last 1.5 hours. There is a glycogen, which is fuel in the muscle and liver, about 900 calories worth. There is protein, around 6 kilograms, that is worth 24,000 calories. There is also fat, around 15 kilos, about 140,000 calories. So the total storage calories available are 165,000 calories that are available when you're starving. So let's discuss about how much calories are generated by each metabolic fuel. Breakdown of glucose or glycogen or protein releases 4 calories per gram. Breakdown of fat yields 9.4 calories, and so fat is more efficient and calorie dense. Let us discuss what happens in the body during extended or prolonged fasting. There are 4 phases of fasting, as seen in the graph here. There's a glycolysis phase, which is basically glycogen breaking down, lasting between 0 to 24 hours. Glucose is available to all tissues during this phase. Glycogen is depleted during this phase. There's a second phase is called lipolysis phase. In this phase, fats start breaking down to free fatty acids. It takes 4 to 6 hours after the last meal to start this process. It peaks at 24 hours. Fat also gets converted to ketone bodies and glucose. The next phase is gluconeogenesis phase. The glucose is generated by breakdown of protein after 24 hours after fasting. Next phase is ketone generation, which is variable depending on our metabolism, diet, and activity, but typically starts around 12 to 24 hours when it is mild and high after 24 hours. Now let's discuss about what happens to your hormones during fasting. The first hormone is insulin. During fed state, when we are eating, our insulin levels are high. It decreases lipolysis or prevent fat breakdown. When fasting, our insulin levels are low. That promotes fat breakdown. The second set of hormones are epinephrine and norepinephrine. These are counter-regulatory hormones which increase during fasting. They lead to better focus, cognition. It can lead to higher glucose levels. It explains why some people have higher glucose levels when fasting. These hormones are also responsible for increased metabolism in the body. The third set of hormones are high cortisol. High cortisol stimulates glucose production by breaking down protein, also helps with fat burn. The next hormone is high growth hormone. This prevents protein from breaking down and preferentially burns fat. Studies show that lean muscle mass is preserved during fasting. This phenomenon is being increasingly used by athletes to build muscle while losing fat. So what are the benefits of prolonged fasting more than 24 hours? All the good biomarkers that are induced with exercise are also induced by fasting. Fasting has similar health benefits as one gets from exercise and even more. Let's look at each benefit. One is the metabolic flexibility. Fasting improves metabolic flexibility by enhancing enzyme efficiency and increasing the number and function of mitochondria, which are energy generation factories. This boosts metabolic resilience, aiding in better tolerance of challenges like infections. It improves post-surgery recovery of a patient. The second benefit is autophagy. Fasting initiates autophagy, a cellular process that cleans out damaged components, leading to cell rejuvenation and potentially slowing the aging process. The specific fasting duration required for meaningful autophagic activation can vary in research settings. Some autophagy is observed in intermittent fasting 12 to 24 hours, while well-established autophagy is seen in fasting for 24 hours and beyond. The third great benefit with fasting is weight loss. Extended fasting predominantly burns fat, making it effective for significant weight loss. Visceral fat or abdominal fat is preferentially targeted, aiding in the reduction of abdominal fat and reversal of metabolic syndrome. Studies show that fasting, especially when combined with strength training, preserves muscle and lean body mass. Sodium excretion. Fasting helps reduce excess salt levels in the body, contributing to lower blood pressure and reduce risk of heart disease. Fasting helps with the detoxification. Fasting mobilizes and eliminates endogenous and exogenous toxins. Fasting supports the healing and resetting of the gut microbiome. It also helps with immune function optimization. Fasting improves insulin sensitivity by decreasing insulin levels. This is beneficial for patients with insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes. Prolonged fasting may help reduce chronic inflammation, contributing to better control of conditions such as heart disease, cancer, and autoimmune disease. There is evidence to show that fasting can lead to improved mental clarity and focus, possibly due to increased production of catecholamines and cortisol and changes to brain metabolism. Prolonged fasting activates stem cells in tissues, promoting tissue regeneration. There are case reports of lymphoma going into remission with prolonged water-only fasting. Fasting leads to low IGF-1 levels. Fasting while increasing growth hormone levels decreases IGF-1 levels, which suppress growth of cancer cells. Fasting has effects on cancer chemotherapy. Research suggests that fasting may make cancer cells more vulnerable to chemotherapy, potentially mitigating chemotherapy side effects and protecting healthy stem cells. Fasting leads to high growth hormone levels. The high growth hormone levels preserve lean body mass and support muscle maintenance and repair. Fasting leads to high production of a hormone called BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotropic factor. This plays a crucial role in brain function, neuroprotection, and mood regulation. Intermittent fasting from 12 to 16 hours helps with production. Prolonged fasting more than 24 hours lead to high levels of BDNF. A combination of fasting and aerobic exercise helps the best. Here are some of the key points about BDNF. BDNF is closely associated with neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt, promotes the formation of new connections between nerves and strengthening of existing connections. These processes help with learning, memory, and overall cognitive function. BDNF has neuroprotective properties, meaning it helps protect neurons or nerve tissue from damage and degeneration. It may play a role in preventing and slowing down neurodegenerative diseases such as dementia or Parkinson's disease. BDNF has a role in mood regulation. It is associated with the development and maintenance of circuits involved in mood, emotions, and stress. Low levels of BDNF have been associated with conditions such as depression and anxiety. Fasting also improves willpower and discipline. Fasting is an antidote to food addictions. An increase in willpower can help counter food addictions, a significant factor in weight management. Fasting can help with alleviation of polycystic ovarian syndrome symptoms. So once you have done the fast, for say 24 hours or 48 hours, how to break the fast. One can break the fast by using lemon juice, unsweetened yogurt, vegetables, and vegetable soup, and then slowly introduce rest of the diets. I am sharing my personal experience with fasting. I personally followed a 14 to 18 hour fasting schedule and quickly achieved my health goals. I have witnessed my friends experience tremendous benefits from it as well. Initially, I had some hesitation due to concern about hunger, but now that I have been doing it, I find myself hungrier when I eat than when I'm fasting. A slight wave of hunger may arise, but it subsides quickly. If you feel hungry, try drinking some water. After a few weeks of practice, you won't even feel the hunger. I encourage all of you to give this a try to improve your health, and I don't see any downsides to it. So in summary, incorporating fasting into your lifestyle is beneficial for your health. If you're overweight, consider fasting more frequently. Follow any feast with a fast to maintain balance. Even if your weight is ideal, fasting can still provide health benefits. 16-8 fasting schedule, where you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8 hours, offers the most benefits. Please watch my video on intermittent fasting. It's the most popular and achievable approach. Fasting for 18 to 24 hours can enhance these benefits. If possible, consider making this part of your daily routine. Consider a 36-hour fast, perhaps once a month. This approach enhances autophagy, anti-cancer benefits. More prolonged fasts, such as 2 days or 3 day fast, can be done once a year, depending on the health benefits you seek. Consult your physician before considering fasting to make sure it's appropriate for you. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, and share it with your family and friends. I also appreciate your feedback in the comment section. Feel free to suggest any videos you'd like to see in the future in the comments. Thank you very much.